What is up guys, welcome back to another video, and inside of today's video we're going to be covering the newly released balance changes, and we're going to cover my top picks for showdown maps later on in the video. So let's just hop into the balance changes. And for balance changes, we got big game reduced, big brawlers health by 20,000. This change will make so that the big brawler will compensate for its health by having its health reduced. So the health decay is probably right here, reduced health by 20,000. Really nice. It's gonna make being a hunter much easier. Okay, then for Carl, we're going through these balance changes really quick because I want to get through the main action later. Carl increased main attack damage from 600 to 660 per hit. I think that this wasn't necessary at low level, but definitely is at high level. And at max level, it's 924. Max increased main attack damage from 300 to 320 per bullet. So this is the exact same damage as Colt, one of Colt's bullets. Mr. P increased health from 2,900 to 3,200. That's at level 1. But at max level, it's 4,480, which is the exact same health as Jesse and Penny. Nani increased main attack real speed by 10%. Finally. Nani is gonna have more supers, and Nani is gonna be much easier to play. Nani's real speed is extremely slow. Terra increased health from 3,230 to 3,400. I'm pretty sure that's like at max level it's somewhere around 4,760, so probably the exact same health as Gale. BB decreased health from 4,000 to 3,800. So she's gonna have this exact same health as Sandy. I mean, okay, just roll some BB nerf memes. Come on. She got her health nerfed like 3 times in a row. Brock, finally, the first Brock nerf for like 2 years. Brock decreased health from 2,800 to 2,600, so exact same health as Rico. He's somewhat OP to be honest. Jean decreased lamp blowout charges from 3 to 2, so this probably signifies that Jean's lamp blowout gadget is really OP. Jackie decreased pneumatic booster charges from 3 to 2. Jackie's gadget just provides really insane free kills, and it's really necessary that it charges down from 3 to 2. Fixed the bug where robots did not attack the safe in Robo Rumble when there's our the sprout glitch. It's patched, so we couldn't do anything anymore. Fixed a bug which prevented big game after reaching 20 wins in the game mode. Now we can play infinite big games. Fixed a bug which prevented player challenge if the player had 4 losses from a previous challenge and was in the game room when the challenge started. Okay, so I've seen some people have like 15 to 4. I'm pretty sure. Like someone posted this on Twitter yesterday, where they completed the challenge with 50 and 4, and finally fixed a bug which allowed Nani to teleport with the ball in Brawl Ball. I've never experienced this bug before, but I mean, if you guys have experienced it, then you know, maybe just I don't know, but there you go. This is the entire balance changes list. I'm really surprised that they haven't done anything to Sprout, because he's still very OP. And yeah, let's hop into my top picks for the showdown contest. So now we're on the Brawlcraft Discord. We're just gonna read this text by Mordeus because I feel like it covers a lot of the main aspects that a lot of people wanted to know, and then we're going to go through my topics. So I have 42 topics, I believe, and I'm just gonna roll through them really quick, just showing you the map, telling you what's good in each of them or what's missing in each of them. And yeah, so let's just read this text by Mordeus. Add everyone, we're currently working our way through all of the submissions. A huge thanks to everyone that took time to participate. We had over 1750 entries. I'm pretty sure that the exact number was around 1700, but um probably there are some people who just didn't go to showdown submissions and submit. We don't know yet if there will be a qualifiers round. I will get back to you on that later. Seeing as the dev team is already involved already at this stage, it might not be needed. So, you know, it all comes down to how we feel about the maps we pick. So if there are a lot of great maps, they're gonna do a qualifiers. If there are not that many, then they're not. They're just gonna straight up pick the winners. I can't tell you when the winners will be announced either, as I don't know, and it will also depend on if we can release that information prior to the update. But stay tuned for more info. I'll post it as soon as I can. Mordeus, and that is pretty much some of the answers that you wanted to know. And yes, the next update will be showdown maps, no other maps. So either seven. So Morty said that there are going to be around 7 winners, and I don't know if those 7 winners maps are going to be added to the rotation or 7 old maps are going to be removed. But I guess it's just painful to remove 7 maps, so it's probably gonna be a 3-week rotation like Siege, Bounty, and Heist. So yeah, let's just go through my topics. Here we go through my map picks. There are 42 maps, and I've searched through. There are like around 1,700 maps, excluding some random conversation or just some reposts. So yeah, let's get right into it. And also I spent like 4 hours yesterday out of pure pleasure, just reviewing those maps because other people did it. So I guess why not? So first map by Tecado Flamingo Daydream. I think that's the name. So first of all, the rope fences are really well used. There are a ton of boxes in the center. I don't really recommend that. Like 8 boxes in the center, it's too greedy in my opinion, but I guess the structures are really good. I kind of like it that there are some bones surrounding each structure. The rope fences are really well used. The corners are very exploring, and yeah, so this is the first map. Second map by Q16D, Terrifying Journey. This map is kind of just very very bland. Like, it's not really that memorable. The water isn't really very used, but the structures, it's a playable map, but the structures are really good. They're just not really that memorable, but I guess the sides are really exploring. Overall, it's a playable map, but it's just not the greatest. This one by Shikdo's Arst Arrows, and the center kind of reminds me of a runway. The water is somewhat greatly used, and the corners are worth exploring, and overall pretty nice. But I just don't really like the cactus, the cacti just placed around, because it feels a bit messy. This one by Twilight Sand Valerie. Okay, so the middle 2x2 boxes in the center surrounded by bushes, and then the structures are just very very blonde. Like I don't really like the cacti just being placed randomly, as I said, and but overall pretty great. It's this is like the bare minimum that you need to do in order to like get your map in the game. And this one by Grimlog Grill Marks, really condensing name, but this map, the water, it's somewhat greatly used, and I just like the diagonal pathways here. Like it has a unique structure to it. I could say it's definitely memorable, but there are some random cacti. As I said, I just don't like cacti like just rolling around. It's just plain messy somewhat, and those 2x2 blocks near the mid are not really that necessary in my opinion. And yeah, this one by Dust Treasure Valley. Okay, so I have to say that the middle is somewhat memorable because you know you can easily get ambushed, but also it's very worth exploring, and the corners are also really worth exploring as well. And the structures, they're like somewhat normal, but I guess it's better than 90% of the maps. So yeah, and also as I said, I don't really like cacti just being placed around. It just makes the map messy overall. This one by Akos YT Bone Rush. Okay, so this map, it reminds me of like some maps where just blocks chaining block maps. So I really like the chaining block map. So basically, what's a chaining block? It's just blocks, a group of blocks, and then grass connected to between two sets of blocks, and also another grass. I mean, it has a really unique structure. And I could see that this can make it. It's just really general, but yeah. This one by Gecko Risky Fences. Okay, so the middle, it's water, and it kind of reminds me of Eye of the Storm mid. And to be honest, the corner waters aren't really used well. Like this one and at what can I say? The bottom middle one, this that water isn't very used, and I don't know what's up with these 4 blocks in the mid, 4 power cubes in the mid. And as always, I don't think that this map has the greatest box spawns. Like box spawns aren't really equal. Like top left has really good spawns, and because he can have 4 cubes, and you don't really want that to happen. And yeah, this one by McQuinn Bradfield, this has gotta be like one of my top picks. First of all, the middle is shaped like a bread, so everyone will know, hey, this is the bread map. And then jump pads are used somewhat well, and I mean, they can be ambushed easily with this jump pad. But as always, the cubes are really distributed evenly. I really like the box spawns, and yeah, so I just really like the map concept in general. It's really unique, and yeah. This one, Fiesta Swirling Sandstorm. Okay, this map has a lot of big blocks, big chunks of blocks laying around, and the sides are somewhat worth exploring, not as much as the other maps I've mentioned through. And okay, so the map just seems like a bit generic in terms of block placements, but I guess and the rope fences aren't really used that well. And overall, the statics are great, but it's just not really that memorable. This one by Kami Haunted Swirls. Okay, so first of all, I really like the center. It's kind of unique. Like you can't. There's not really that much of a health race in the mid, cause you can just attack through the mid pretty easily, and overall the map feels aesthetically great. Um, Sides are worth exploring. Boxes are distributed evenly. Like as I said, all of the maps should have those, and yeah. This one, Lighty by Lighty Ferris wheel. So again, the boxes are somewhat evenly distributed, and I like the mid. It's kind of like a treasure hunt mid, but it's water, and um again, it's much easier to shoot people across water with no 2x2 mid, and that's what I love about this map. And it kind of looks like a fairy wheel in the center, but otherwise it's a great map. This one by S3 Ni. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Probably I'm very far away from that, but okay. Aquas arrays. So a lot of water in this map, and I like the mid because you want to focus your map on the mid. The mid you can get ambushed really easily, and the jump pads are somewhat used well, better than other maps, I'd say. Because other maps you don't want to know. Um and again, the structures feel very unique. It's somewhat great, somewhat kind of reminds me like fa- um Flying Fantasy vibes, and yeah. This one by Blubby Drago Grassy Gorge. Um I really like the mid. The mid you can shoot through, but it's really risky to go through the mid, and the boxes are really like the 2x2 boxes, so two boxes placed near each other. I really like the concept, and the grass, it's well used. It's used very well technically, and yeah. This one by Yuna Across the Oasis. So this map has really great aesthetics, but no, the mid, it's kind of like a health based mid where no, it's not really a health based mid. It's kind of like the corners where the poison needs to push you through to get to the mid, and um otherwise the sides, they're the best sides, and okay, the boxes aren't really distributed evenly, cause I guess not, but overall the map feels great, but it's not really my top pick. So yeah, STB Splinter Split. This map, I really like that there's like some pathways across the center, so center one, and you can switch lanes really easily. This is a really great memorable map, and the structures also feel somewhat unique, and yeah. This one by Schnauzer Greeting Center, and the center, yeah, it's really greedy. Only four boxes, but yeah. Also, the center doesn't feel like very campy. The map doesn't feel like very campy at all. The sides aren't really worth exploring, except for a few boxes. But again, the map itself feels like a bit generic, but otherwise good mid. Jupe bone boxes. Okay, so this one, I have some mixed feelings of this one. Like, the water is somewhat used well. It's not perfectly used well, but again, I'd say the mid promotes really just a corner cloud, a poison gas festival. So I don't know what language I'm using, but okay. So basically, what's that? What I mean is that um it's the poison cloud that forces you to go to the center, and you don't really want those kinds of mids, but otherwise the map feels somewhat good. And yeah, cloudy iridescent. Okay, it isn't actually a word. But anyways, I really like the aesthetics. Kind of feels like a round ball, and I mean, I like the shapes. It's very long structured shapes, and rope fences are somewhat used well, and I like the box placements. It's somewhat it's somewhat worth exploring, and yeah, it's also a really good long range map. Strawberry God Mountain Trek. So okay, first of all, the mid, the mid. The last time I saw this map, the mid was really bad, and now he changed his mid. It's now really good, and also he put some boxes near the quarter, and um, that just made his map much more better. But otherwise, it's a pretty generic map. It won't be like really memorable, and yeah, Real Canadian. I bet none of you knew that Real Canadian actually makes maps. Um, but he actually makes really good maps. Seashell Shuffle, tongue twister right there. Okay. But anyways, I like that the sides are like just somewhat of an arena side. So if you enter it, like you can't really exit out that easily. And also, I kind of like the center, cause like it isn't really as campy, but also you can just ambush people very easily, and that's what I love about the gameplay. And also, it's kind of another long range map that I really like. And yeah, the water isn't really used that well, but okay, this one TCG Louis Solar Eclipse, and these these shapes are really memorable because, well, they're curved shapes, and the walls are um somewhat like Dune Drift, but anyways, the bushes are curved, and the jump pads are used somewhat decently, but again, it's really generic in terms of those moon-shaped walls, and yeah. Paintbow Quarter Clash. Okay, so why I decided to include this map, like it's not really the greatest, but the fact that it has four sides which can be easily accessible from one to another, just what makes this map unique. And also the spawns are somewhat equal, I'd say, but they're close to each other, so that may promote some fights. High tilted towers. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, this map, the bushes are really used somewhat decently. Like the bushes are really connected near each other, which makes some for some ambushing plays. I don't know if that's good or bad, but probably bad. But the water isn't really used that well, and the drum pads, well, they're kind of decent, but I mean, yeah. Chicho RD Raindrop Ravine, and okay, so first of all, the mid, it's really unique, like kind of a rocky blocks mid, but again, the water in the mid, it's a big canceller for um a health race, but there's some fences which I'm kind of worried, but the structures are really unique, and honestly there's honestly more gameplay, as much gameplay on the outside as on the inside of the maps. And yeah, ALO2 Peaceful Dunes. Okay, so I like the mid. It kind of promotes some kind of ambushing, and the bushes kind of ambushing bushes, but again, the rope fences aren't used that well except for. Actually, they're used well, but except for the ones at the center, that's what I meant. And the maps, no. The boxes, they're not really placed the best, but, no, otherwise, I guess it has like a shape to it, but, yeah. This one by Datamine Dusty Cove. Okay, so there's a lot of water, and the center, it's really really enclosed, but I kind of like the water where like you can shoot from one point to another, and the boxes aren't really placed that well. I mean, there are three boxes right here where like this person and this person will compete for, and for the right as well, and the center somewhat enclosed, so it will just provoke a health race. But again, it's better than treasure hunt with a 2x2 mid. And yeah, this one by Hocus Pocus, aka Go Away, the guy who made Sandy Gems. This map really just it's really great to look at it aesthetically, and also the boxes are really placed well. Hocus Pocus Diamond District. Um, but anyways, this map's bushes are used very well, good aesthetically, as well as gameplay wise. It makes for some great plays, and yeah, a fantastic bone nail, creepy catacombs. Okay, so this map center, it's really original because there you have these bushes to roll around through, and you can surprise your enemies really easily. Plus, the map, the map's exterior, it's really great for um checking checking the map, and also it's worth exploring. Okay, this map, I don't really have to talk about my map because I'm just gonna say that my map is the best, and you know, it actually kind of is, but yeah. Okay, let's not talk about the map. Okay, um, Toxin Labs Starry Sunlight. Okay, so this map shaped like a star, really nice, and also it has um gameplay wise it's good, but I don't feel like the jump pads aren't are placed that well, because it may just cause a lot of deaths. And the sides, well, no, those people have two boxes, and the spawns are you know they're good, but they can be improved. Lomi Groazic Guinean, that's like from another language, I think Romanian. And okay, so the bushes are used it's uniquely used, and I like it, but the water at the corner, the water isn't used very well in my opinion. But otherwise the shapes, it's unique at its own, because the bushes aren't like that near a wall, it's just like one tile away from a wall, and that what makes this map unique. Kawaii Shark Victory Valley. Okay. Um so this map, I really like that the boxes aren't that near the center, so three boxes right here and three boxes right here. And also the boxes are placed really just grouped up together, where like there will be a lot of fights between the boxes, and that's one main part of Showdown which I really like. And yeah, so I really like this map. It just provokes a lot of fights between boxes, and the mid, I don't think the mid is like as frustrating as the other mids do, so yeah. Okay, we're almost done. I am number 4 Cloudy Campground. Okay, so this map really great in general. Reminds me of Eye of the Storm a bit, but it's better. And the mid the mid isn't the best, but I guess you can say the bushes, the bushes, you can sneak around them. And yeah, so and also the water is somewhat used well, but there's one tile water which aren't really accepted in it. And yeah, okay, Sermosavi turbine boost, turbine twister. Okay, on this map I really like the center shapes where it's kind of like twisted shapes. And also the sides, well, they aren't they're really good, but they they can be improved. Like this guy could have 3 boxes. And I mean the spawns aren't the best, but I guess the map idea is really cool. The red brawler quirky battle lakes. Okay, this map, uh, I'm just gonna focus on the center because that's where the main action is happening. So I really like the center where like it's sides and you can just sneak around these bushes very efficiently. And I like the map in general. It has a unique structure to it, and I don't think the rope fences like right here are used that well. But again, it's just my opinion, and I may be wrong. So yeah, okay. Blitic Starry Swirl. So this map, I kind of like it, but there the center, it's very campy. And there's a lot of camping involved in the center, which I don't really like. But the outside area, like the walls are pretty placed coolly. And there's somewhat of a unique structure to it. And yeah, Samsar Abstract Arena. Okay, so we're almost done. And for this map, I really like it because you can sneak around like around these bushes. And the center, it's somewhat open, but you can also shoot through the rope fences. The rope fences are used really well in the center, not really on the sides, of course. Also, the water isn't really well used, but again, there are a lot of unimportant blocks which can be removed. And yeah, Tsunami Dusty Bud. Okay, first of all, the map looks really unique. And okay, second of all, it has a lot of curvy shapes. And the jump pads, they're questionable, but they're used better than a lot of other jump pads. And also the boxes aren't placed that near the center. Like the center only has 4 boxes. And I'm a bit worried about the duo spawns, because this spawn has a lot of advantage. We're down to our final 3 maps. This one by River Weasel Tripping Terrain. And again, this map makes exploring the map very viable. It has a lot of power cubes around. And the mid isn't really that frustrating, except for this. It's somewhat questionable, but again, the mid isn't really that bad. It's better than a lot of other mids. And it's open, but there's like a lot of opportunities for tanks to advance the map. Okay, Last Shadow Spirit. So this map is really really great aesthetically. Has a lot of long walls with like, let's say, hands to it. And again, the map just feels really good aesthetically. The boxes are placed somewhat equally, like maybe not, but again, the map just feels very good aesthetically. This is probably by far my top pick. And for my final map, Mystical 33 4 Clovers. Okay, so this map has a lot of jump pads, 10 jump pads, but I feel like they're kind of good. They kind of provoke ambushing, and I like that the map is divided between sections of vertical lanes, and that's why this map is unique. Like, the map can be divided in a few lanes, and yeah, so that is going to be it for the maps. I picked 42 maps out of 1700 maps, so let's say about 2.4% of the maps got picked by me. It's not the huge amount, but anyways guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later, like in another video I guess. Peace out.